Safety remains a crucial concern for many Americans, especially in states where crime rates are significantly higher than the national average. In 2024, the states of New Mexico, Louisiana, Colorado, Arkansas, and Washington emerged as the most dangerous in the United States. Each state faces unique challenges contributing to its high crime rates, from economic hardships and drug-related issues to systemic issues in law enforcement. This video delves into the factors making these states particularly hazardous and examines the efforts being made to address these concerns. So, here is the list of 14 most dangerous states in the United States in 2024. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for the latest updated travel videos. Here we go. Number 1. Washington. Crime statistics and trends. Washington State, especially cities like Seattle and Tacoma, has experienced rising crime rates in recent years, particularly violent crimes and property crimes. Factors contributing to high crime rates. Economic inequality. Significant economic disparities exist within the state, contributing to higher crime rates in economically disadvantaged areas. Homelessness and mental health issues. The state faces a severe homelessness crisis, often linked to mental health issues and substance abuse, which contribute to criminal behavior. Gang activity. Gang violence and organized crime are significant concerns, particularly in urban areas. Efforts to combat crime. Mental health and addiction services. Increased funding for mental health services and addiction treatment programs aims to address the underlying issues contributing to crime. Affordable housing projects. Efforts to provide affordable housing and support services for the homeless population are key components of the state's crime reduction strategy. Community outreach and engagement. Law enforcement agencies are working to enhance community outreach and engagement to build trust and cooperation with residents. Number 2. Arkansas. Crime statistics and trends. Arkansas faces significant challenges with both violent and property crimes. Little Rock, the state capital, consistently reports high rates of homicide and aggravated assault. Factors contributing to high crime rates. Economic challenges. Arkansas has high poverty and unemployment rates, which are major contributors to crime. Education disparities. Low educational attainment levels correlate with higher crime rates, as limited opportunities lead to increased criminal activities. Drug abuse. The state struggles with widespread drug abuse, particularly methamphetamine, which fuels various types of criminal behavior. Efforts to combat crime. Economic development programs. Initiatives to boost the local economy and create job opportunities are critical in addressing the root causes of crime. Education and vocational training. Programs aimed at improving education and helping vocational training individuals gain skills that can lead to stable employment. Community-based policing. Building stronger relationships between the police and communities to foster trust and cooperation in crime prevention efforts. Number 3. Colorado. Crime statistics and trends. In recent years, Colorado has seen a surge in property crimes, violent crimes, and drug-related offenses. Cities like Denver and Colorado Springs have been particularly affected. Factors contributing to high crime rates. Population growth. Rapid population growth has strained public services and infrastructure, leading to increased crime in certain areas. Drug epidemic. The opioid crisis and the legalization of marijuana have contributed to higher rates of drug-related crimes. Homelessness. The state has seen a rise in homelessness, which is often linked to property crimes and minor offenses. Efforts to combat crime. Comprehensive drug policies. Colorado has been focusing on comprehensive drug policies that include prevention, treatment, and enforcement to address the drug epidemic. Affordable housing initiatives. Efforts to increase affordable housing and provide support services for the homeless population aim to reduce crime associated with homelessness. Data-driven policing. Law enforcement agencies are utilizing data-driven approaches to identify crime hotspots and allocate resources more effectively. Number 4. Louisiana. Crime statistics and trends. Louisiana, particularly in cities like New Orleans and Baton Rouge, continues to experience high rates of violent crimes, including homicide, armed robbery, and aggravated assault. The state's murder rate is one of the highest in the nation. Factors contributing to high crime rates. Historical socioeconomic disparities. Louisiana has a long history of socioeconomic disparities, with significant racial and economic inequalities that contribute to higher crime rates. Gang activity. Gang violence is prevalent in many urban areas, often linked to drug trafficking and territorial disputes. Corruption and inefficiency in law enforcement. Systemic issues within law enforcement agencies, including corruption and inefficiency, undermine efforts to combat crime effectively. Efforts to combat crime. Criminal justice reform. Louisiana has been working on criminal justice reform, including changes to sentencing laws and efforts to reduce recidivism by providing better support for reentry programs. Violence interruption programs. Initiatives like Cure Violence and local ceasefire programs aim to mediate conflicts before they escalate into violence. Community engagement. Increased community engagement and partnerships between law enforcement and community organizations are critical components of the state's crime reduction strategies. Number 5. New Mexico. Crime statistics and trends. New Mexico continues to grapple with high crime rates, particularly violent crimes such as aggravated assault and robbery. The state's crime rate is among the highest in the nation, with Albuquerque, the largest city, being a significant hotspot for criminal activities. Factors contributing to high crime rates. Poverty. New Mexico has one of the highest poverty rates in the country, with a significant portion of its population living below the poverty line. Economic deprivation often leads to increased crime as people struggle to meet their basic needs. Drug abuse. The state faces a severe drug problem, particularly with methamphetamine and heroin. The presence of drug cartels and trafficking routes exacerbates the situation, leading to higher rates of drug-related crimes. Education and employment. Low educational attainment and limited employment opportunities contribute to the cycle of poverty and crime. Many young people, lacking prospects for a better future, turn to criminal activities as a means of survival. Efforts to combat crime. Community policing. Local law enforcement agencies have been implementing community policing strategies to build trust and cooperation between the police and the community. These efforts aim to reduce crime by fostering a sense of collective responsibility. Drug rehabilitation programs. The state has increased funding for drug rehabilitation and mental health programs to address the root causes of drug-related crimes. Economic development initiatives. Various initiatives are underway to boost economic development and create job opportunities, particularly in impoverished areas. Number 6. Tennessee. Tennessee, often celebrated for its rich musical heritage and picturesque landscapes, has a darker side characterized by high crime rates. In 2024, Tennessee remains one of the most dangerous states in the country, grappling with significant violent and property crime issues. Violent crime. Tennessee's violent crime rate is significantly above the national average. Cities like Memphis and Nashville contribute heavily to these statistics. Memphis, in particular, is known for its high homicide rate, aggravated assaults, and gang-related violence. The state's law enforcement agencies are continually challenged by these issues, despite efforts to curb crime through community policing and increased patrols. Property crime. Property crime, including burglary, theft, and motor vehicle theft, is also prevalent in Tennessee. The state's economic struggles, such as high poverty rates and unemployment in certain areas, exacerbate these issues. Urban centers are particularly vulnerable, with numerous reports of home invasions and car break-ins. Drug-related crime. The opioid epidemic has hit Tennessee hard. The state has one of the highest rates of opioid prescriptions in the country, leading to a surge in addiction, overdoses, and related criminal activity. Drug trafficking and abuse contribute significantly to the overall crime rate, complicating the efforts of local law enforcement and healthcare providers. Number 7. Alaska. Alaska's stunning natural beauty and vast wilderness are contrasted by its alarming crime rates, making it one of the most dangerous states in 2024. The state's unique geographical and socioeconomic factors contribute to its high crime statistics. Violent crime. Alaska has the highest rate of violent crime per capita in the United States. This includes a troubling prevalence of domestic violence and sexual assault. The state's remote locations and harsh climate often hinder law enforcement responses and access to support services for victims. Rural areas, in particular, face significant challenges in addressing and reporting crime. Substance abuse. Alcohol and drug abuse are pervasive problems in Alaska, contributing to its high crime rates. Substance abuse is linked to many violent crimes, including assaults and domestic violence incidents. The state's efforts to combat these issues include increased funding for addiction treatment programs and community awareness initiatives. Property crime. While less pronounced than violent crime, property crime remains a concern in Alaska. Burglary and theft are common, especially in urban areas like Anchorage. The state's economic struggles, high living costs, and lack of job opportunities in remote regions exacerbate these issues. Number 8. Oregon. Oregon, known for its vibrant cultural scene and stunning landscapes, faces significant safety challenges in 2024. The state's crime rates have risen in recent years, driven by economic and social issues. Violent crime. Oregon's violent crime rate, particularly in cities like Portland, has seen a notable increase. Gang violence, shootings, and assaults are significant concerns. The state's law enforcement agencies are working to address these issues through community policing and targeted interventions in high-crime areas. Homelessness and drug abuse. Oregon's homeless population and the associated issues of drug abuse and mental health crises are major contributors to the state's crime rates. The opioid epidemic, coupled with the rise in methamphetamine use, has led to increased criminal activity, including violent crime and property crime. Efforts to address homelessness and provide addiction treatment are ongoing but face significant challenges. Property crime. Property crime rates in Oregon, particularly in urban centers, are among the highest in the country. Car theft, burglary, and vandalism are common and often linked to the state's drug issues. Economic disparities and a lack of affordable housing contribute to these problems. Number 9. California. California, despite its economic prowess and cultural influence, remains one of the most dangerous states in 2024. The state's vast population and diverse socioeconomic landscape contribute to its high crime rates. Violent crime. California's violent crime rate is high, with significant contributions from cities like Los Angeles, Oakland, and San Bernardino. Gang violence, homicides, and aggravated assaults are prevalent issues. The state's law enforcement agencies face the daunting task of managing crime in densely populated urban areas while also addressing rural crime concerns. Property crime. Property crime, including burglary, larceny, and motor vehicle theft, is a significant issue in California. Economic inequality, high living costs, and a substantial homeless population contribute to these problems. Efforts to reduce property crime include increased community policing and public awareness campaigns. Drug-related crime. California's diverse population and vast geography make it a hub for drug trafficking and abuse. The state has seen a rise in fentanyl-related overdoses and drug-related crimes. Law enforcement agencies are working to combat these issues through enhanced drug enforcement operations and community outreach programs. Number 10. Missouri. Missouri, known for its iconic landmarks and vibrant music scene, faces severe crime challenges in 2024. The state's high violent and property crime rates are driven by economic disparities and social issues. Violent crime. Missouri has one of the highest violent crime rates in the country. Cities like St. Louis and Kansas City are major contributors with high rates of homicides, shootings, and assaults. Gang activity and drug-related violence are significant problems in these urban areas. Law enforcement agencies are implementing various strategies to address these issues, including community policing and increased patrols in high-crime neighborhoods. Property crime. Property crime is also a significant concern in Missouri. Burglary, theft, and motor vehicle theft rates are high, particularly in urban centers. Economic struggles, including high poverty and unemployment rates in certain areas, contribute to these problems. Drug epidemic. Missouri is severely affected by the opioid crisis, with high rates of addiction and overdose deaths. Drug-related crimes, including trafficking and possession, are prevalent. The state is investing in addiction treatment programs and enhancing law enforcement efforts to tackle the drug problem. Number 11. Florida. Florida, known for its beautiful beaches and tourist attractions, also faces significant crime challenges. Crime statistics. In 2024, Florida has seen an increase in violent crimes, including homicides, assaults, and robberies. According to recent reports, the state's violent crime rate is approximately 450 incidents per 100,000 people, well above the national average. Contributing factors. Several factors contribute to Florida's high crime rate: tourism and population density. With a large number of tourists and a high population density, Florida sees more opportunities for criminal activities. Drug trafficking. Florida's geographical location makes it a key entry point for drug trafficking, leading to associated violent crimes. Economic disparities. Significant economic inequalities contribute to higher crime rates, as poverty is often linked to increased criminal behavior. Notable cities. Cities like Miami, Orlando, and Jacksonville report higher crime rates, with Miami experiencing a notable surge in gang-related violence. Measures for improvement. To combat crime, Florida is focusing on enhanced law enforcement training, improving the skills and resources available to law enforcement. Community policing, strengthening relationships between police and communities. Economic programs, initiating programs aimed at reducing poverty and providing better employment opportunities. Number 12. Oklahoma. Oklahoma's crime rates have risen steadily, placing it among the most dangerous states in 2024. Crime statistics. The state reports a violent crime rate of about 480 incidents per 100,000 people. Property crimes, including burglary and theft, are also significant concerns. Contributing factors. Key factors influencing crime in Oklahoma include substance abuse. High rates of methamphetamine use and other substance abuse drive violent and property crimes. Mental health issues. Insufficient mental health services contribute to higher crime rates. Economic hardship. Economic challenges, including high unemployment rates in certain areas, exacerbate crime. Notable cities. Cities like Tulsa and Oklahoma City are hotspots for crime, with Tulsa having particularly high rates of gang activity and drug-related offenses. Measures for improvement. Efforts to reduce crime in Oklahoma include substance abuse programs, increasing funding for drug rehabilitation and prevention programs, mental health services, expanding mental health services to provide better support for those in need. Economic development, investing in job creation and economic development projects. Number 13. Texas. Texas, with its vast size and diverse population, faces significant crime challenges, making it one of the most dangerous states in 2024. Crime statistics. Texas reports a violent crime rate of about 420 incidents per 100,000 people. Homicides and aggravated assaults are particularly prevalent. Contributing factors. Factors contributing to Texas's crime rates include border proximity. Proximity to the U.S. Mexico border results in higher rates of drug trafficking and associated violence. Gang activity. Significant gang presence in cities like Houston and Dallas. Firearm accessibility. High rates of gun ownership correlate with increased violent crimes. Notable cities. Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio are major urban centers with elevated crime rates, particularly drug-related violence and gang activity. Measures for improvement. Texas is addressing crime through border security, enhancing border security measures to curb drug trafficking. Gang prevention programs, implementing programs aimed at reducing gang involvement among youth. Gun control, debating and implementing more stringent firearm regulations. Number 14. Mississippi. Mississippi struggles with some of the highest crime rates in the nation, driven by economic and social challenges. Crime statistics. The state's violent crime rate is around 490 incidents per 100,000 people, with high rates of homicides and assaults. Contributing factors. Several factors contribute to Mississippi's crime situation. Poverty. High poverty rates are closely linked to crime, as economic desperation can lead to criminal behavior. Educational disparities. Poor educational outcomes limit opportunities, contributing to higher crime rates. Limited law enforcement resources. Underfunded police departments struggle to manage crime effectively. Notable cities. Jackson and Gulfport are among the cities with the highest crime rates, facing significant issues related to violent crime and drug trafficking. Measures for improvement. To tackle crime, Mississippi is focusing on economic initiatives, programs aimed at reducing poverty and providing better job opportunities. Education reform. Improving the education system to offer better prospects for the youth. Law enforcement funding. Increasing funding and resources for police departments. Number 15. Alabama. Alabama, with its rich history and diverse culture, also grapples with high crime rates in 2024. Crime statistics. The state reports a violent crime rate of about 460 incidents per 100,000 people. Property crimes, such as burglary and theft, are also prevalent. Contributing factors. Key factors influencing Alabama's crime rates include economic challenges. High unemployment rates and economic disparities contribute to crime. Substance abuse. Significant issues with drug addiction, particularly opioids, drive crime rates. Insufficient law enforcement. Limited resources for law enforcement hinder effective crime management. Notable cities. Birmingham and Mobile are among the cities with the highest crime rates, with Birmingham facing significant issues related to violent crime. Measures for improvement. Alabama is working on crime reduction through economic development, initiatives to boost the economy and reduce unemployment, drug prevention programs, expanding programs aimed at preventing and treating substance abuse, law enforcement support, increasing resources and support for police departments. The last word. So guys, this was the best list of the 14 most dangerous states in the United States in 2024. Hope you will like it and appreciate it. People who come to this city are amazed by all of the awesome things there are to do and see. The states of New Mexico, Louisiana, Colorado, Arkansas, and Washington each face unique challenges that contribute to their high crime rates. While economic hardships, drug abuse, and systemic issues in law enforcement are common threads, each state requires tailored solutions to address its specific problems. Efforts to combat crime must be multifaceted, involving community engagement, economic development, education, and comprehensive social services. By addressing the root causes of crime and implementing effective prevention strategies, these states can work towards creating safer environments for their residents. This video aims to provide an in-depth look at the factors contributing to the high crime rates in these states and the efforts being made to address these issues. If you need further details or specific statistics, please let me know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icons for the latest upcoming travel videos. Bye-bye. See you.